up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.
Hey guys, so in this video we're going to discuss a topic I know a lot of you would like to know about. Over time, a lot of people talk about the skill gap in Fortnite and what sets aside the casuals from the so-called sweats. If you even mention Fortnite to anyone anymore, it's always, I stopped playing because I didn't want to build the Taj Mahal every time I got into a fight. And as unfunny as these jokes are, there is some truth behind them, and it's evident that there is a massive skill gap in Fortnite at the moment. Some people even go on to mention how Fortnite needs to be a part-time job in order to see any improvements in your game, or to even play the game casually. However, that's the part I don't agree with though, and this video will focus on that because I truly believe that you don't need to play upwards of 4 hours every single day to see an improvement in your gameplay. The tips and tricks in this video will help you display that notion by showing you different ways to improve in only an hour each day. This video will also be helpful for already good players who are currently at a skill plateau where they don't feel like they can improve anymore and are staying at the same level, and the reason behind that is that they are not practicing efficiently. But I'll put some timestamps on the screen right now if you want to skip around or are looking to improve on one aspect of your game or another, like aiming in particular or game sense. My first tip that you need to change is your mindset and mentality. If you are truly dedicated to getting better, it doesn't even matter why you want to get better. It could be anything from you want to just be a pro player, or you could just be good enough to dump on your friends, but you need to tell yourself and believe that you can and will improve. If you're constantly telling yourself, oh, I can't improve because I only play an hour every day, so I'll never be good, guess what? You'll never improve because you're preventing yourself. Part of having this new and focused mindset is to start holding yourself accountable for things you do, such as why you're not improving and why you keep dying in game. Stop telling yourself you got bad RNG, you should have landed on floor loot or gone to a better landing spot. Obviously there will be bugs and things that are out of your control, but the best way to learn from these things is to blame yourself, because otherwise it's just a cop out and it hinders your growth. More importantly, is actually acting on what you say. If you're ready to improve and you're in the right mindset, you just need to go and do it. The reality is that you can't improve whilst only playing squads and limited time modes with your friends and having fun. Because how many times do you get into build fights whilst in squads? Maybe once every game? But you would improve your building a lot quicker and in a lot less time if you just went into creative and practiced 1v1s, and you'd also improve your overall game a lot quicker by playing solos instead of squads. It may not be as fun as goofing around with your friends, but if you want to get to the next level and improve, that's just what you have to do. Leading to my next tip, what you should be doing differently to improve quickly in each aspect of the game. There is two major aspects of Fortnite, and that is game sense and mechanics. Let's first focus on improving your mechanics. The main reason you are improving your mechanics is that you're not focusing your practice. You're just playing and thinking that your mechanics will improve whilst you play. Game mechanics can be broken down into three things: building, editing and aiming, which are all important for improving and becoming a better player. By just focusing and honing in on improving each mechanic, or even just one for 20 minutes per day, I guarantee that you'll get better mechanically much quicker. You need to isolate your practice to that, and only that, which you will see throughout all your drills that I recommend. So first, let's start with building. The most obvious and easily the best way to improve your building quickly is just to do creative 1v1s. Creative 1v1s are an amazing build practice for people of all abilities. The best builders in the world play creative for a couple of hours per day to practice their technique and perfect their builds. For you guys looking to improve, find a friend that is on or above your skill level and ask them to 1v1. If there's a certain technique that you're struggling with, now is a perfect time to practice. If it doesn't work, you can just keep trying again and again. Also, as it is in creative and there is no stake on the line, you can try some new techniques that you haven't done before in game. Try to do creative build fights a few times per week for 30 minutes to an hour and you'll see how much better you get. Next is improving your aim. I've found this is either the easiest or the hardest part for people based on their experience with other games. On PC the best way to go is Kovacs Aim Trainer. It's available in the Steam store, and if you use it for 30 minutes every day, your aim will improve insanely fast. I want to tell you guys the three scenarios that I'm currently playing. First is Ascended Tracking V3, which will help you improve your overall tracking aim. This will quickly help you improve beaming people at longer distances with your AR. Second scenario is Tile Frenzy 180 for 100% tracking, which is the game with a bunch of cubes moving around in mid-air. This one is pretty new, but it's good for close range spraying with your AR and SMG. As it's 180, the targets can be above, below and at the side of you. And lastly is Tile Frenzy 180, where you can use your shotgun crosshairs from Fortnite. This is the best training you can get for flicks and close range shotgun aim. Kovacs is only available for PC mouse and keyboard though, so the map I recommend for console players is this insane and has a bunch of practice drills available similar to Kovacs, and all the targets are bots, so you'll easily get aim assist. I'll put the code for this map on the screen now and in the description down below. It goes without saying that you can always just play the game to improve, but the point of this video is to tell you that the fastest and most effective ways to improve the different aspects. So if you're looking to improve your aim, then Kovacs creative courses are definitely the way forward and will help you much more quickly than playing Fortnite normally. Editing is the last of the mechanics I'll cover, and luckily it's the easiest to practice. There's a ridiculous amount of editing courses out there right now, like Slappies and Mongrels. The one I recommend is by Kanduke. A couple of days ago he released 3 editing courses, each varying in difficulty. I'll leave a code on the screen now. What's so great about these courses is that they're all right next to each other in the same creative world. There are 3 levels: beginner, intermediate and pro, so if you're struggling on the harder ones there are easier options. I always recommend practicing on the harder ones, as editing is all muscle memory and practice, so 15 minutes of straight editing practice will go a long way. To practice all 3 of the core mechanics I recommend playing Turtle or Zone Wars. The point of doing all 3 of these is that you want to get into as much engagement as you can, and each of the games I just suggested will help you do that. In 20 minutes of Turtle Wars you'll get to something like 20 or 30 fights, whereas in a normal game of Fortnite you might get into 3 or 4. So if it isn't clear already, my philosophy is just to be focusing on a single aspect of your game and practicing only that to learn and improve effectively and efficiently. Now we can talk about the last reason you're not improving and how you'll start to get better: game sense. Game sense is probably the hardest thing to teach and is one of the biggest aspects of Fortnite. You're struggling now because you don't know what game sense is properly. I'll define it as just being aware of everything going on in the game and around you. Conserving your mats, paying attention to the circle, utilising your loadout effectively and everything else. My advice for game sense is the opposite for mechanics, so if you're trying to learn and perfect mechanics, drop to hotspots on the map every game and just push everyone you see. On the other hand, if you're learning game sense, landing in a safe location where you just loot up and try to survive until the end. Don't hide, but only take smart fights like third party and 2 low opponents, or when you have to fight someone who's engaging you. This means you shouldn't just run away from everyone, because sometimes you'll have to fight people, but when you play to win you'll learn rotations, where to move on the map and how to play endgame. Only focus on your game sense when you are comfortable with your mechanics. If you keep messing up your builds a lot and losing build fights in a game, go back and perfect mechanics before working on game sense. You can also learn a lot about game sense by playing in arena. Even if you're not that good, you'll get matched up with people with a similar skill level as you, because they'll have similar point values. This is where you can improve your game sense in an actual competitive game setting, without getting clapped by TTV players who have loads of arena points. Another secret game sense tip is that if you subscribe to this channel, then your game sense knowledge goes up by 50%. Anyway, my final game sense tip is to become a student of the game. When you have free time, just watch Fortnite videos or streams of pro players or your favourite Fortnite YouTubers, and ask yourself why they did that in certain situations. Not to be mean, but watching someone goof around may be fun, but it's not going to teach you anything. I think I'll conclude my video with that. I know not everyone wants to become a pro player, but improving at Fortnite is fun and it's a good goal to have. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications, as it does mean a lot. Otherwise, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.